Hey guys, welcome to the vlog in the studio on a Sunday. Today is a Q&A day where we'll answer all of your music production questions. But first up, I got a question that you guys need to answer. Because as you know, the A studio is under construction and I want to install the entire ceiling LEDs. And I got like a little test setup here, my old video light that cost like 350 euros, and the LED stripe versus each other, which costs a tenth of it. Color accuracy, brightness, how the light kind of shapes and wraps around me. This one right here is the expensive one, and this one right here is the cheap one. Do you see any difference? I mean, there should be a difference, probably due to where it's standing and how much light it emits, but like the color. Is there a difference in the color? Let's switch again. I think this one is slightly warmer compared to this one that is like cooler. I think both work. If you consider the price difference, maybe the cheaper one that is slightly less in quality might be the one. But yeah, let me know, because you're the ones that have to watch all of this. I'm the one that is too nerdy about these kind of things to even decide it. So it's up to you. Just let me know down below in the comments. Now let's start with the first couple of Q&A questions, and then there's like a surprise in the middle of the vlog, because we're going to visit someone, something very special, a story that I can't even believe, but more on that in a bit. First the Q&A.
Think of the things that I'll do to you, things that I'll do to you.
First up, should I switch to Logic? I'm currently on Ableton. No, don't switch your DAW. Not worth it. You have to relearn everything. You will lose at least half a year. There is no improvement in sound, and the plugins you use are anyways the same, so no, don't switch. What's your opinion on using vocals from a sample pack? I already addressed that in a full video. I'd say for training, yes. For maybe your first release, if you tweak it enough and change it enough. But once you make like serious music and you're like releasing on good labels, it's a little cringy that your vocal could be used on anyone else's song as well, so try not to. How did you start making music? I started like actually DJing with 13, 14, then with 17, 18, 19 I got like more and more into music production, and I just started by downloading Logic, being overwhelmed by it, not knowing how to even use it, reading books about it. And then Future Music Mag had like DVDs where you could like watch someone else make music, and this way slowly, steady advance. How to get signed with big labels? Make a fire track, a really good track. Like it needs to be on par at least with the songs that that label already releases, and then get connected to them. Either go and meet them, go to a festival, go to a club. I know at the moment, virus crisis, not possible, but send them your demo, send maybe a friend a demo that knows someone there, maybe you know another DJ that already released there, and like, even if you don't know anyone, that's usually due to your music not being good enough. If it's good enough, people will start helping you and like recommend you. So first get that music all checked. Will you accept instrumental tracks as demos? Yes, we do. Rarely we release them, but if you're interested to submit your song for feedback, for consideration for my label, it's all linked down below in the description. What's your opinion about mixing with limiter on the master chain? Yeah, I mean, do it. Don't exaggerate the limiter, because you won't have any room to add elements to your mix. But having a limiter on there just to catch like the peaks and be able to listen to a song what it would sound like limited, it's definitely recommended. I mean, try it out. It's like personal preference, but I personally mix into a limiter at least like after like the first 10-20% of a song to know what it would sound like at the end. Let's really quick change the lights again so you can compare. That's the expensive one again. Is it worth it to invest in Serum if you already have Omnisphere? Yes, 100%. Like Serum, Omnisphere, Diva are must-haves. They're very different and they cover everything you need, at least when it comes to working in the box. More from building your studio, acoustic-wise, and which analog equipment will you get? Analog equipment, I can't tell at the moment. It's still a secret because it will be epic. And I'm not sure if I will actually keep it. I will order it, test it. It's like among the best on the market, very expensive. And if I don't hear in a blind test a difference, I'll send it back. I don't need to spend money on something I can't hear. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'll give it a try. You should always try things out, figure them out for yourself, and then decide. And acoustic wise, it will be a room within a room, like the floor will float, and it will be a huge mess building it, but I will try to make it the best acoustically treated room that I've ever been to, and the best in town, maybe in the area, I don't know, we'll see. The measurements will tell us how good it actually is. Can I become a professional, main job kind of DJ if I don't make any music, not producing any music? I mean, yes, it's possible, but very, very, very unlikely, to be honest. That time is over. When I started, I was only a DJ, and I made a lot of money only being a DJ. There were 5 DJs in town. I was one of them. So every party I had to book one of these 5s. I got a good amount of gigs. And then like the whole DJ revolution started. Everyone was a DJ. All of a sudden, everyone had the equipment. There was no barrier, like entrance barrier to buy expensive equipment and buy vinyl. Now everyone is a DJ. So without music production, very unlikely. Even here in my hometown, local clubs, if you don't produce, don't have a label, or you play for free, no chance. Do you think it's common for artists to lie about their come-up story? Lie, maybe not, but it's heavily, heavily altered to just sound more amazing. And let's be honest, every artist has, in a sense, the same story. They struggled at the beginning, no one liked their music, parents were poor, they were poor, hard circumstances, and then they worked their way up. That's what everyone expects and what everyone wants to hear, because they're all really rich, and like having a grounded backstory helps your career. I think it's nonsense, but yeah, I mean, whatever sells the best. Okay, there are a lot more. Wow, I've never had this many questions. There are a lot more. So let's first do that one thing in between. It's like really cute, and you all have to be really quiet. It's really fresh and new on this planet here. So let's welcome it.
Don't stop, baby. Think of the things that I'll do to you. Things that I'll do to you. Things that I'll do to you.
I can't believe it, like this little tiny horse, it's so cute. It was just born 5 days ago. It's just 5 days old. And all of these horses, they don't care about the virus crisis. They just live their life. It's kind of weird that it's just affecting humans on this global scale. And sometimes I have the feeling it's like a punishment for us treating nature like shit. But that's a whole nother story. Let's continue with the Q&A. How many hours a day you work? Like almost every minute I'm awake. So I usually wake up, drive over to the studio, work there at least 8 to 10 hours. Then back home, chilling, relaxing with Vanessa for 2 or 3 hours. Then I work again for 3 or 4 hours and then sleep a little, and then the next day. And basically almost every day. Would you ever release techno on your label? Yes, why not? Probably more melodic techno, like the really old school hardcore kind of techno. Probably not, because it just doesn't fit. But if it's like melodic techno with a certain twist and vibe, yeah, sure. In 2020, what is the best way for an upcoming producer DJ to get noticed? Online or traditional way? I don't even know what the traditional way is. Online, 100%. Build up your social media following, make good songs, release them on good label, and people will start following. What's your next music project? There is no other music project than just John Sine, just making more and more music. The next release is in exactly a month. Did you ever tour as a DJ, or are you going to tour as a DJ? I'm a DJ first, or I used to be a DJ first, so yes, I was touring. I was even touring while I was doing these vlogs. There are some really old vlogs of me at Perukaville, which is like the German Tomorrowland, and there is also a video of me touring in Norway, 2 days, which was really hectic. I'll link it down below if you're interested. Old videos. Always a little cringy, but yeah, hitting soon 100k. So if you're interested to push me to 100, just subscribe. Why don't you use a dedicated subwoofer in your studio? I personally have bad experience with subwoofers. Some people say they love it. I just think it's a huge hassle to set up, and there are a lot of things that could go wrong. So I prefer having bigger speakers that go lower and are like a system in itself, than adding something external that, like, there are crossover frequencies, where to position the subwoofer, a lot of like things you can just mess up. The last one for today, where did you learn English that good? Thanks, but it's not that good actually. And like, just go back to my very first video, like 4.5 years ago. It's a lot worse. So I'd say half of it school, family, and watching TV shows in English, and the other half just daily talking to a camera, to you guys, reading comments, writing stuff in English every single day. Yeah, but there's still room to improve. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram. I try to reply to as many people as possible. If I don't reply, it's usually because someone asked something really stupid. So yeah, tomorrow, back in the studio, Monday, full day of studio first constructions. I'm excited.
Think of the things that I'll do to you. Things that I'll do to you.